Hi there, you're welcome to another episode of The Founders Connect. Here we have conversations with leading African tech entrepreneurs. We've had amazing interviews already with entrepreneurs like Oyenka of Farm Crowdy, Yam of Invest Bamboo, Ezra of Paystack, and many more. Now, on this episode is one of the leading digital banks in Nigeria, probably in Africa already, maybe everywhere, right? And it's with the CTO of Kuda. Say hi to Musty Mustapha. Hi, Musty.
Hi, Case.
How you doing?
I'm great. It's nice to be here.
It's really nice to finally talk to you. I feel like I've been pursuing Kuda for the last how many months?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to have this conversation.
Yes, same here. Actually, this will be my second engagement since I go back in the country.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Yay me. Awesome, thank you so much. All right then.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Itimi, a change maker, professional, and creative who is passionate about growing people and growing businesses. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and please always share my videos. It promises to always be impactful and insightful.
So my first question for you is, when you were 10 years old, what did you want to be? You know, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some sort of
That's fine, take your time.
look back in time, right? Yeah, I'm actually a kind of person that a live in the moment kind of person. I was mainly focused on maybe how I can get my hand on the next bicycle or the next brick game, or like those are my immediate target. Really.
Yeah, whatever I can see
exactly,
and get now.
not what I want to become when I'm 30 or 40. Nah, I don't think yeah, but I think the ones I can see was maybe when I was already in higher secondary school.
Right.
Obviously, I discovered that I was sort of like very, very good in mathematics and chemistry.
Right.
So the first course that came to my mind was any course that had to do with mathematics and chemistry. That happens to be chemical engineering, in my opinion. So in my secondary school days, yeah, I was hoping to be a chemical engineer. But, well...
So what did you study in university?
I studied computer science.
Oh, so what happened between chemical engineering and
Exactly.
computer science?
So when I finished secondary school, and obviously I did JAM, and I actually chose chemical engineering, University of Nigeria, in Nsukka. That was the year post-JAM was first introduced. So my guardian, because I was staying with my guardian, not my parent, my guardian then couldn't even fathom me, just a 16, 17-year-old boy traveling all the way to Enugu for post-JAM. It was new, it was totally alien. So I missed it. I couldn't, yeah. And then it was at that time, because that was the year 2005, that was when I took my WAEC. I did the JAM as well. So by the time the WAEC result came out, I was supposed to go check it. Then this scratch card thing was introduced. And then unfortunately, I bought the scratch card, and then while scratching it, I somehow scratched off some of the numbers.
So you cannot actually check?
Exactly, and there was no money. I couldn't even go back to say, yeah, give me another money too. So I went to a cyber cafe, and I was just trying it. I could see a reasonable amount of the number, but then there was just a little bit of maybe 3 that has been scratched off. And then I was just playing with the computer, and voila, I was able to get it. This machine that can do this sort of thing, and then it changed my discourse from chemical engineering to computer science. Then I did some sort of research. Okay, what do I need to know in terms of to do computer science effectively? And it happens to be mathematics. I mean,
I like this works anyway.
I like mathematics, so yeah, it was just a no-brainer for me. So my next JAM, and then I picked computer science. And
so what school?
University of Ilorin.
Oh, very interesting. And you graduated with the first class?
Yes, I did.
Computer science first class, that's like a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Amazing. So now that I don't know how old you are now, but just like from that 10-year-old who was like, I don't want to care about the future, just like bicycle and stuff, to when you study chemical engineering, to computer science, first class, now CTO of one of the leading startups in Africa. How would you describe Musty in 5 phrases? You now.
Yeah. I feel I'm actually different shades of thing to different people. But to myself, I'm actually not sure maybe a 5 phrase would be enough to justify.
That's fine.
But I'll say as related to my work, because I mean,
Not just your work,
I'm a
just...
family man as well.
Oh, okay.
I have two boys.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I'll say I'm an extremely driven individual. Yeah, like I've literally have to do things that ordinarily were out of my league. And when I say league, yeah, literally, that was meant literally. So I think I'm a driven individual. That's how I'm going to describe it.
So driven individual and a family man.
Yeah.
Does that really sum it up a little bit better?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, so let's talk about Kuda a bit. How did it start? How did you meet Babs? Why did you agree to go on this entrepreneurship journey with him?
Our story is actually, it's what I would describe. There is element of providence in it, and obviously there's also element of pragmatism in it, because providence obviously brought us together, but pragmatism led us to this point.
Right.
Yeah. So providence in the sense that, I mean, when I finished university, after NYSC, I enrolled for master's degree as well. And I did my master's in computer science as well, University of Lagos.
And corrected your distinction?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then I even put in PhD as well in Unilag.
Okay.
But so while I was doing the master's degree, I got a job at CBC.
Right.
Right, as a training software developer. Right. That was where I was. So I was going 3 days CBC and then 2 days for school. Yeah. So sort of it was one of the period that I was really. After the master's degree, I had an agreement with the company that immediately I started full, and there's gonna obviously review my salary and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but I went back to the HR, to my manager. Yes, yeah, I'm resuming full. Do you want me to convert me now to? Yeah, but the conversation was dragging. I mean, so I had a friend then that told me that there's an opportunity in First Bank, and yeah, that was how I moved. I moved to First Bank, right? So I left CBC. It was in First Bank that there was a project I was part of. It has to do with something with Oyo State government.
Right.
Right. Babs happens to be in Oyo State government at the time as well. Yeah. So we sort of met on that same project. So I was leading the technology from First Bank.
She was leading on the end.
Exactly. So that was the first encounter. And then one thing led to another. He left the government. I left First Bank. I moved to Stanbic, and we met. Friends introduced again, like, oh yeah, we've met before. Kind of like thing. And then, yeah, this is the project I'm trying to do. I mean, so I started like, okay, let's just see where this gets us to. Right. Like, this is one crazy project that, yeah, it started like online lending, doing it part-time, metamorphosed to savings, and then from savings we applied for banking license. It was becoming like, yeah, this is it, man. Even though there was no money, I mean, like we hadn't even raised anything, but it was becoming real on a daily basis every time. And I was also fortunate enough to have people around that were working on the project together. It was like 3 or 2 people at a time, extremely committed individual, and they are still with us till the moment. Yeah, so it was just, yeah, I mean, we applied, I mean, we've been through a lot, obviously. Yeah, so we applied for different grants, different accelerators, received several failure, rejections and stuff. Yeah, either, go get a license, and then, yeah, Musty, you need to resign completely, you can't do this part-time.
At that time, you had not resigned.
I mean, yeah, you know, it was still like a part-time sort of thing,
like,
because we hadn't started, right? We're just still building, just see, okay, what can we, you know, bootstrapping it together and stuff. But it got a point that we had to make that decision that, yeah, if we're doing this, we're doing it.
And when was that?
We're doing it. That was
what year was it?
Early 2018.
2018, okay.
Yeah. And so I put in my resignation, and literally, I mean, and I had a good career in Stanbic. Yeah. So I put in my resignation, and yeah.
So what was that defining moment that made you say, okay, you know what? Even if things are not like awesome yet, I'm ready to actually give this my full commitment.
Yeah. In one word, I'll say it's Babs. To be honest, for me, I can't even describe who he is to me exactly, right? but I just know he's someone that I look up to. He had made me seen it, like, I'm here, like, we are in this together. This. Yeah, like, we're in this together. You don't, I mean, look at me, just a young guy having an awesome career in one of the leading banks in Nigeria. Why would I want to leave that for?
And come and hustle.
Yeah, like, you know, but he was able to let me see it, that, yeah, we could do this, and you have what it takes. He literally see what I don't even see in myself. And then he was able to unleash the potential.
Amazing. And what was Yipo's first win that said, this might be the right decision?
First, I mean, there are a lot, to be honest. But I think it was getting the license, obviously, because we had made different attempts that has failed. But when we were able to secure one,
did you guys get funding to get the license, or funded yourself?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was. I mean, we've secured license before we raised the dollar.
That's really amazing and very inspiring, because I've known about Kuda for a while, and then when you guys now start a digital bank, I'm like, oh, this is it. Okay, so my next question is, so one of the core USPs that you guys have used to grow is 25 free bank transfer. It's the bank of the free, right? Yeah. So why this marketing strategy, and how do you guys manage to make revenue when giving out free transfers?
Okay, so there is a research that was published, I think 2018 as well. I can't remember exactly, but I could get a source maybe after the interview. Yeah, that did some sort of research on how much it costs a typical African, Nigerians in this case, on bank charges. So it was discovered that of all your revenues, you actually spend about 10% of it on bank charges. Right? That's ridiculous.
Very.
Yeah. And then one of the major impediments against people adopting financial services is actually not because people are not educated or they're not literate enough to operate bank account, but it's majorly because it is expensive to operate a bank account, right? And not only because it's expensive, the accessibility is actually not there. So we're looking at different categories of problem: accessibility, affordability, right? So and we look at it like the business of banking itself. It is not actually by charging people different forms of charge this, charge that, you know. The business of banking is intermediation. That is taking resources from where you have it surplus and giving it to where you have it scarce, and then you just put a spread on it, right? Which is basically like loan, right? Any form of loan, lending, credit. The other thing is value-added services, and the main business of banking should be able to pay for that. So Kuda adopted a strategy. So, I mean, again, when people call us digital bank or fintech or whatever, those are different names that they ascribe to us. But I don't actually see. Digital bank, because I mean, you're correct to say Kuda is a digital bank, but because it could be tomorrow. Today, what enables us to be able to do what we're doing is to go digital, full digital. Right. It could be tomorrow. Maybe there'll be another evolution of another form of technology that's not necessarily digital, and that enables us to still be able to do what we're doing effectively. Then that is what we're going to do, right? So that's why. So putting the word digital bank is somewhat limiting, because
so maybe tech-enabled bank.
Well, Kuda is just a premium free service bank for all Africans. Simple. We're a full service bank. We want to offer, because we believe that if people have access to financial services, because it all starts from having access to financial services. You know, today you can imagine as you are, I'm not sure you can walk up to any bank in Nigeria to get a loan. And meanwhile, you should actually be able to do that. That is what is different from our economy and the developed economy. So, and these are the kind of things that Kuda is trying to do. Even in our overdraft that we just recently released, this is the same thing we're preaching. If you've been using Kuda for a while, you should be able to qualify for overdraft, even without you asking for it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when is the loan feature? Because I don't think it's live yet.
It is. We're
it is.
piloting it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So now we're actually getting to where you guys actually want to be.
Exactly.
Not just the free transfer banking.
Yeah. So again, when you ask me how do we now make money in terms of, because we're giving free transfer and all. I mean, it's not like we give you 25 free transfer, right? The reason for the number is because we've looked at it. It wasn't by accident, right? Yeah. We've looked at it as an individual because we have a lot of things in the pipeline that you account for your personal needs. I'm not sure you would have to make 25 transfers in a month as an individual, right? But if you're doing more than that, then it means either you're using, because we have a lot of people using their personal account for business, obviously. So if you are doing more than that, then you pay just 10 naira, right, for transfers. And we do not intend to make money from bank charges. We would make money when we are giving out loan, enabling businesses. Those who want more from their Kuda account, they will subscribe to premium, Kuda Premium, which they will pay a certain amount of money on a monthly basis or whatever the plan is, But as an individual, that you're just using Kuda accounts for your personal use, you will never have to pay any amount of money to have that account and maintain it.
Amazing. I think one of the lessons that I've learned from the story you've shared right now is just having a very solid roadmap. And by the time, I'm sure that's why you guys are able to raise this amount, because by the time you sell the vision, say, this is the strategy to go to market.
That's correct.
But this is where we're heading to, and this is where your
correct.
money. That's
Absolutely.
That's very amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So recently, about last week, this is last week of April, but sometime first week of April, there was an uproar in marketing Twitter.
Yeah.
So I know when this, so like somebody said, Kuda Bank is now advertising in billboards, radio, TV, everywhere, and that his opinion was like, why are you guys spending so much money on acquisition? Everybody had different opinions, but I want to hear from you.
Okay.
What's the strategy behind?
Yeah,
this?
I mean, while we have a competent marketing team that could give you the entire marketing, whatever, I mean, but for us, our management decision to go all out for this sort of thing is not necessarily, obviously, if it translates to acquisition and whatever, it's good, it's all good. But the main reason is there are different battles that we have to win, which we're winning, but as you're winning one, another one is coming up. So that is why I describe it as a war. And Kuda is mainly, it's not even mainly, it's only digital, it's only online, right? There is already some sort of stereotype associated with anything online.
True. In
our people's mind. They either scam or do you want to scam me, Kuda does not have a branch you can walk up to, and we do not intend to. Now, we want to be able to meet you and create some sort of credibility in your mind, such that when you hear Kuda, you're not just thinking about one online, whatever, maybe it's a scam or something. We want you to know and accept it that it is normal to have a bank account, that you do not have to walk up to a branch to do whatever you have to do. If you have any issue, it is normal for you to reach out from your app and get that issue resolved. It is normal for a bank to be able to operate fully online. We are trying to create that, to normalize it. That is why we're going all out for this awareness and campaign.
And that makes a lot of sense, right? Because the more people see you and know about you.
It's all exactly. It's all about education. It's all about enlightening people that this is normal. It is not, and you need to be and part of the campaign we're also doing is anti-fraud campaign, right? We're trying to let people understand that today, the world that we live in, your phone is critical. It is more than what you just use to communicate. It is literally your key to a lot of things, right? Your email is critical. You should not compromise your email password. The fact that you use that email to open Facebook or whatever, it doesn't mean it is not tied to your phone number. It's tied to your financial vaults. So you don't divulge all this information. A lot of ways people use social engineering that people use to harvest information from you. You need to be aware of them. You need to be aware of the real deal and the fake deal. So something else that Ipo announced recently was about the independent cards, right? So the good thing is Ipo started with one bank and then moved to another bank, but now like for sustainability purposes, you're about to release your independent card. Was that always in the plan, or was it because of
partnerships not going right?
Yeah.
And how does that affect scaling for you guys?
Exactly. It has always been in the plan. I mean, yeah. But you know, just like every other thing, I mean, we were able to get license for the banking. There's also licenses required to be able to issue cards. Today in Nigeria, there is no. Today in Nigeria, there is no bank in our category, because we hold an MFB license. There is no MFB that is solely issuing cards independently on their own. I mean, like Kuda is going to be a lot of things that we've been first on, actually, in fact. So it has always been in the pipeline. The only thing different now is that the partnership we've had have not been able to serve our customer the way we wanted to serve them. Okay, let's just focus on this.
Real fast.
Exactly. For us to be independent and be able to issue, just take full control of the card production, the logistics, and even the transaction, as the case may be. So because we have this control, we are able to do things the way we want our customer to be able to benefit from it.
Yeah. Assume that with everything that you do, there are going to be new challenges. So what unique challenges do you think that this independent card production is going to bring for the business?
Yeah, I mean, it will come with its own challenges. For instance, a lot of processes are required for card production. Now, the partnership we have, it's sort of been handled by this partner. Now we'll have to build a team in-house, right? Train them, and then so that would come with its own
things.
cost and exactly. But ultimately, we feel it's the right decision and it's the right approach that we should take to solve this cards issue once and for all.
Yeah, awesome. So what would you say has been the best thing about building Kuda so far? Or maybe the biggest win?
Wow. I'm not sure I'll be able to say, yeah, this is the biggest win. But I can put it in different categories, maybe 4 or 3 categories.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one would be to our customers. Yeah, the fact that we could build a business, and not just any business, but a business that says you should bring your money, your hard-earned money, and I'm going to keep it for you, and you can access it whenever, anytime, wherever you want to access it. And for people to actually put that trust in us and put their money in our business, that is one of the biggest wins I think we've had, to be honest. And we don't take it for granted. It means a lot. Also, our people, that is my colleagues, the team. It happens to be like, yeah, maybe Musty is the co-founder, I mean, Babs is CEO and stuff, but it is about the team.
I mean, how big is the team now?
We've grown. I mean, we're now like around 146, 150. Yeah, I mean, and this is a team that started in like 5, 7, 10 people. You know? There was a time, the entire 2019, we're not even up to 20.
Wow.
Yeah, 2020, probably close 2020 at about 50 or 60.
So this...
Now, yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah, that is because at the rate we're also growing customers, we need to be able to have the requirement,
capacity.
Yeah, exactly, to serve them, which we're still learning and improving upon, to be honest. But it's a phase, and we will get it right. And that is why we always communicate to customers if there's anything, because it's like to our customers, this is probably their first experience in what is called digital bank, right? To us as well, I've never built a digital bank before. And for the customers, for the team, we are all in this relationship for the first time. So we are just trying to accommodate each other, but it's a phase. We'll pass through it and then we will come out stronger, definitely.
Also, so you're counting, you said, so the customers, the people, is there any other 2 or 3?
Yeah, definitely. And then the regulators, obviously. I mean, because we've enjoyed tremendous support from the regulators, CBN, NDIC.
CBN?
Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah. So, because it's also a trust, you know, for them to see us, it's just these young guys, and I mean, who am I? Nobody, right? Say, okay, we can give you the license and stuff and support you, and if we need clarifications, we write to them, they respond to us, they've been understanding and stuff, yeah. So that we don't take for granted as well. And also, lastly, our investors. Yeah, I mean, because look at it, Nigerian, not just Nigerian, Africans.
Yeah.
We really don't have that much reputation speaking for us, right? But it means a lot. It means a lot. So these are the kind of like, biggest big wins that I say,
So just talking about investors, you guys have raised about $36 million so far, right? Around there?
Something like that.
Has fundraising been easy? Has it been hard? Did it get easier with every round? Like, just tell me your experience with raising funds for Kuda.
Yeah, I mean, we've been on this journey since 2017, right? And we actually didn't raise until, started raising until very late 2018. Oh. Very late. So I could say like 2019, really. Yeah.
So it took like 2 years.
Exactly. So, and if you remember in the intro point, I made mention that we've been to different accelerators, different people, even both local and foreign investors, VCs and stuff. But the thing is, we've actually gotten more no's than yeses, to be honest. Yeah. But for every no that we received, what we would rather do, and that's why I can't. Babs is, he's an amazing guy, right? So for every no, even if I felt dejected or somehow like, why? Because I hate failure. I think everybody
you have
does.
A track record of first class.
Yeah, everybody does, but I think we take it differently. I don't like it at all. Like, So, he's able to just motivate and say, it's okay. We're actually not, what I say is actually right? We just need to fix it. And we go for it again. Exactly. But the thing is, if there is anything, it's sort of like every round you're able to raise sort of like give you validation and some sort of reputation. But it does not necessarily mean that it gets easier. I don't think so. Because it's a different ballgame at every different requirement, different settings required. So it's just constant work at every time, basically.
Amazing. If you guys were going to do this all over again, is there anything you do differently?
Obviously. To be honest, I'm not sure, because the thing is, we don't just take decision because it's Musty or it's Babs. We literally carry everybody along, right? So if there's anything I would do differently, if I'm to start all over, right? Preparing now for like the next 2 years. So like have the resources that could cater for my growth for the next 2 years, rather than having to grow into it, and then now you're growing and you're struggling to kind of thing. Yeah, I think that would. So find a way to build capacity in advance. In advance, sort of thing, and which is what we're trying to do at the moment now. So we would have. But again, it's all about resources that is available. Yeah, so what happens? It's just it's like a cycle where you can't get this until you get. Either way, the journey has been worth it with all of it. Absolutely. Amazing. Absolutely. How would you describe the culture at Kuda? You have a team of over 150 people. Yeah. Again, Kuda is different things to different people. But there is one thing that is clear. We are a company that was founded with innovation. And innovation is like the lifeblood of what we're doing. If we can't innovate again, then we're just going to die. But as long as we can continue to innovate around what is available, we will thrive. So Kuda is big on innovation. And you cannot have your team to be innovative if they don't feel valued, if they don't feel respected, if they're not happy doing what they're doing. So because we need people to be innovative, then we now have to make the environment conducive enough. Exactly, for them to be innovative. And to have this enabling environment, it means that we are big on how we see each other. There is no hierarchical form there's no hierarchy in Kuda. You can call Babs anytime. I don't know who you are. Like, I don't care. You can talk to me, anybody. Your voice will be heard. Yeah, it doesn't mean we're going to do what everybody's saying, obviously. Yeah.
But at least you give you the listening ear.
Definitely. That's the point. So there is no sa, ma, nah, right? It is just strive. Just do your thing. Just do your job. And yeah, just be the best you can be.
Amazing. Sounds like a cool place to work.
Yeah, well, I think I've had that a couple of times.
Okay, so I have just few last questions. So in the tech space, right, there's this wave about no-code tools. No code.
Okay.
Right, like Webflow, Notion, Airtable.
Okay.
And some people say that no code is probably the future of startups. That more non-tech CTO people can now sort of like build it. So what are your thoughts about no code?
Well, no code is actually it's not new. There has been a form of it, right? I mean, like literally today, you could have a website without actually being a computer scientist or a programmer. But the point is, the value that maybe a technology people brings to the table is beyond the code that they're writing. It is about being tailored to the specific need, specific requirements of your customer, in this case a business, right? While the technology, no-code technology would help, but in one place, programmers will be needed to build the no-code platform, right? That the non-programmers will have to use.
Fair.
Right? That is one. Again, there would also be that thing that just stands you up, right? Because what makes Kuda is not, I mean, yeah, technology is part of it, right? But it's a combination of a whole lot of things. You can't get that out of the box. What we have to do to make sure the customers are happy, machines can do that for you. You can't get that out of the box, you know? So I'm not sure there is any threat whatsoever to technology professionals.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Very nice insights, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite city in the world?
What is my
favorite city in the world?
Oh, favorite cities. Well, I mean, I've only been to limited places, to be honest. I'd actually say it's Dubai.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think, so for me, so I kind of like, I mean, obviously, I see Dubai as an underdog in the developed world. I mean, permit me to use that word, right? It is somewhat, so it's like a bridge between conservatism and liberalism. If you want to be a conservationist, you will definitely get it in Dubai. If you want to be a liberal person, you will be able to thrive in Dubai. Right. Whatever you want to be. Like, I mean, I've been to different states in the US, right? But there's a theme around this liberalism and stuff. Yeah, UK maybe similar as well. Yeah, but I think Dubai just forms like a bridge between, and I mean Lagos. I mean, obviously Lagos. Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
Color. I don't have favorite color. I don't have favorite color.
Food? Neither.
Nah.
Gadget?
Yeah, well, there is no favorite gadget, but obviously I'm a gadget freak. Yeah, I mean, I literally...
Apple or iOS? Apple or Android?
Nah, Apple. So here's the thing. Apple, because I like the closeness and it gives me a sense of security. And obviously, it's something that I'm big on, right? So yeah, it's Apple for me.
Okay, so my final question is, to upcoming tech entrepreneurs, what would be your advice?
Yeah, I'll say, well, for me, I think one of the things that have really helped me is the partner I happen to have, right? So if you want to embark on this journey, it is difficult, extremely difficult, believe me. even the ones that are successful today, if you ask them, nobody's gonna tell you that entrepreneurship it's hard. Like, I don't know how successful you could be, but it is hard, right? Because you're literally carrying the fate of a lot of people on top of your head, your colleague in the office. So on that journey, I'm not sure, and I don't believe that is a journey that someone should tread alone. Yeah, so I would say that if you want to embark on an entrepreneurship journey, you should look for someone that will complete you. Like so there would be definitely something that you are great at doing. You can't be great at everything. So you need to look for the other person that can complete you. Beyond that, you need a companion, someone you can say things to, things that you can't literally say to every other people. Someone you can discuss that with, someone you can vent at, someone that will understand your anger, that will understand your frustration, that will understand your, because there will be that moment that you just, if you don't want to bottle all that in, you have to release it out. Yeah, so you need that.
To get someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Musty. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
Getting to know you and also just learning things about Kuda. Alright guys, thank you so much for staying to watch this video. If you liked it, leave your comment below. If you have questions, drop the questions. Musty might just view the video and actually answer your questions. You never know. But hey, thank you. And make sure you don't leave this channel without subscribing. Peace out, guys.